Hey guys, Cream Crazy here, and you know what? I'm sorry this is taking a while to upload, but the internet messed up again. Fuck you, you son of a bitch internet! Cut off again, I'll kick your ass. Anyway, this is something new, which you may have heard about, you may not have heard if you hadn't watched my videos recently. This is the first in the news! That's right, whatever has happened in the news in the past week in professional wrestling, I'm going to take the bits that interest me and speak my mind on them. Now, please note that as this was a week in wrestling, it goes back to last Wednesday night's news at the latest. So you may already know about this, but I just want to put my views out there because these little tidbits of news might get forgotten about in the future if I don't speak my yap on them. And I updated this just before I put this video up for recording, so let's hope this is some good stuff to me to yant about here. Right, first off is that Stone Cold Steve Austin wants WWE to sign Samoa Joe. Oh, this isn't a good thing. Now, I think Samoa Joe is actually an okay wrestler, he's an okay mic worker, but I really don't think there's anywhere for WWE to stick him. Because apart from the Usos, are there really anyone else Samoa-like in the slightest who could put up with him? No. They'll probably saddle him with some kind of crap gimmick. Plus, have the TNA stamped on him. TNA will be stamped on his biography forever. WWE will go, ooh, this guy's worked for a former company, let's bury him a little bit. Or, you just won't, I don't think he'll fit in either. I don't think he's got an it factor that WWE are after. He's just a bit boring sometimes to me. That, obviously, your opinion, guys, you obviously will think, some people might think Samoa Joe is one of the greatest wrestlers alive. Sure, Punk versus Joe 1 and 2 worked out fantastically well for Ring of Honor, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of this guy. So if he signed WWE, I really couldn't give two shits if WWE ever did. But Stone Cold, you may have got something wrong there. Dan O'Brien trained with an MMA coach to learn some new submission moves. He apparently said on a Twitter post he wants to make his move arsenal more exciting. Bravo, Brian! You know exactly what you're doing. More than just the 5 moves of doom. If you're moving up to the main event scale, you need to get more moves in there. Make your matches more interesting, more exciting. That guillotine choke on SmackDown, the start, I believe. Let's hope you can get some great moves in that'll hopefully make your moveset a hell of a lot better than it can be, which it already is quite good, but that's just me. Former WWE wrestler Bobby Lashley has pulled out of an upcoming MMA fight for personal reasons. Listen, Bobby, you went into MMA with a lot of prospect. You won quite a few of your matches. You then lose one, and you have an injury or an illness that threatens your career. You then come back, lose a few more, and then whatever these personal reasons are, you've obviously pulled out of another fight. Is it just me, or is it time for you to ring up the E again and actually, get a proper job in the wrestling business? Because you were actually okay in WWE. You were better suited, in my opinion, for it. And perfect honesty, you'd be treated better. Because MMA people, MMA fans go, oh, he's a former wrestler. No, we hate this guy. You'd actually be treated with some respect. You left on good terms. Why not go back? Just my opinion. I would actually prefer it, but never mind. You want to stay with MMA? Up to you, pal. UFC boss Dana White had a meeting with Vince McMahon last week. Yeah, there's a piece of hell freezing over, at least in my opinion, anyway, because these two are apparently rivals. WWE doesn't want to let it on, neither do what anyone else. And White said he looks up to McMahon and credits him with making the whole pay-per-view market what it is today. I cannot doubt that claim, because McMahon and also Ted Turner and WCW effectively made the pay-per-view market what it is. But you're milking it, Dana. I can understand you are absolutely milking it because you get around 2 million buys a pay-per-view apparently. That's a rumor. I can't confirm that, but you know what? I would never look up to McMahon. Even in the industry, people consider him a genius. You all know I don't consider McMahon a genius. He's a genius in some ways with what he's done with the industry, revolutionising it, making it the profitable war machine. But at the same, and also creating WrestleMania, but also the fact that he's a bit warped, and there's always a bad side to any genius, and that's what I tend to focus on because it's what I know is more truth than anything. So if you look up to him, that's your business, Dana. But unfortunately for me, it's not going to sell it. You had a meeting with him, that's fantastic. But unfortunately, it's not going to. I'm never going to watch UFC. I've never been a fan of literally things only lasting about, what, 2 minutes, having one guillotine choke and a few punches on, and that's it. That's not building something. That's not building excitement, is it? Sure, it's real, but unfortunately, it's basically if you want to see fighting, go to the back alley of just about any a back alley next to any sort of form of pub, bar, or in hell, just go on any English street in the night. You'd see that for free. So, it just does not sit well for me. UFC. Ha! Sin Cara has been removed from the SummerSlam pay-per-view poster, and Creative apparently have been told not to spend more time on him. Now, this is Triple H's first pet project developmentally, right? What does this mean? Does this mean he could be released if Creative aren't going to spend too much time on him? I honestly don't know. And I think I really want Sin Cara to stay. If he goes, that'd be a complete waste of a potential luchador versus luchador, present versus future classic WrestleMania match between Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio that could make the Hispanic audience for WrestleMania go through the fucking roof. And they also the fact that this guy still has a lot more potential to offer. Sure, he found steroids in his system, and apparently he doesn't know how they got there. But give this guy a second chance. Everybody gets a second chance. I mean, Randy Orton should technically be suspended for the amount of shit he's done. But no, you're not going to do that because he's obviously the golden child. But still, come back, Sin Cara, around October, November time. Insert yourself in a Survivor Series match. Or do something surprising with him, or if you're even thinking about it that way, make him a surprise re-entry for the Royal Rumble, have him fight back at Sheamus at Elimination Chamber, and then go on to this Rey Mysterio match. I prefer that, but make his return something unexpected. That's what I would think would be cool. Cee-Lo Green is going to perform the theme song of SummerSlam, Big Lights, Bigger City, from the album, which I actually quite like, I have to say, at the event itself. Vince, gotta target something at you again, man, because you keep doing it. Vince, this is stupid. SummerSlam is not WrestleMania. Keep the music away from the wrestling. Because I can expect music to be performed at WrestleMania, whether it be for the national anthem, a guy's theme song, even for just the factors that you need to fill time, much like Kid Rock did. But you must never put music on SummerSlam. It's just, you put an Access event on it, you put this on it. It's not a second WrestleMania event, so no matter how many times you hype it, it is just a first SummerSlam. It's a SummerSlam. I would never, ever, ever give SummerSlam this kind of promotion. Because it's not the same thing. It's the biggest non-WrestleMania pay-per-view outside the Royal Rumble. If you're going to treat the Royal Rumble the same, do it. But honestly, I've never liked it. Nonetheless, the theme song is quite good. I'm not really much big of an R&B fan, but it is quite nice. The Kings of Wrestling, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, have apparently signed a contract with WWE and are leaving Ring of Honor in the near future. And apparently this is a rumour I heard from a friend of mine, stating that they are going to be skipping developmental and going straight to the main roster when they arrive. Applause there for WWE signing a decent team. Triple H, you've done it again. And you know what? I can't wait to see what happens. What I've seen on the Ring of Honor of these guys, they are pretty damn good. So, you know what? Sign them up, put them out there. Make the tag team division worth something now. That'd be brilliant. Bryan Danielson has unleashed a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. Wrestling fans out there, if you've not subscribed to this or liked it, you're missing out on something. His intro video, fucking hilarious. And last time I checked, 50,000 views in a day. Guys, it's going to get massively popular. So guys, click on the pages. The links are down there. Also, JBL has had a YouTube channel for 2 weeks, if you hadn't known. That's also in the description, because JBL needs some love, people. The Miz has been voted the #1 in the 2011 PWI 500. This came as a shock to me, because I would never have expected The Miz to ever top this. But you look back at his year, he deserves it. People saying, oh, why not Cena? Why not Orton? Why not Sheamus? Why not Wade Barrett? Actually, to be honest, I have to admit, Miz has done a lot more in 1 year than those lot have. So, actually, I'm going to give off my applause to The Miz here. Thank you. Well done, Miz. You did really well. In fact, you deserve it. Bravo. And I think this is a sign The Miz is here to stay. Definitely is. Kid of Wrestling, you are very happy about this, I can tell. Sorry for this cough, it's still lurking after nearly 2 weeks. And final piece of news, which I found out only just before this is the last thing I updated, that apparently at a media conference of executives 2 weeks ago, Spike TV has told their people they're expected to rebrand their channel by targeting to both males and females in the 18 to 46 demographic. And apparently this has come as a short time because they're expected to lose UFC programming, and apparently the future of TNA programming on the network is unknown at this time. Now, if I was anybody in thinking at this moment, TNA are basically fucked, because UFC is quipped by many as the most manliness of sports, because it's cage fighting, obviously. So if the Man Network in Spike TV targets women and men and loses UFC, what the hell are TNA going to do? They're probably going to be the biggest thing on their network. What? Yeah, I don't know. If TNA goes, I will not be sorry to see it go, because it is shit. Even if you TNA fans out there, I know there are a lot of you, you can admit your product that you love so much sucks balls. Because you can't touch WWE right now, can you? Hell no! And I think if TNA goes, that's just more people for WWE to suck up and put on the programming. More roster, bloated roster. Oh yeah, I'd love to see that again. Brilliant. Yeah, basically, Spike TV, you should have kept Raw. Because Raw was never better. I loved it on Spike TV. I loved it when it was on there, and we got the best out of it. The Ruthless Aggression era flourished out of it. So you know what? I'm happy for Spike losing TNA if they do. It'll be brilliant. Because TNA, you're getting fucked in the A. And ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, it is the end of this news bulletin. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I had to put this up really, really late. As you know, internet. I'll be back for a SmackDown recap. SmackDown review. A very tiny, in-depth SmackDown reaction on Friday. I will then do my rant on the Sunday. I'll tell more about that in the reaction on Friday. So, you know what? I'll see you guys then. If you want to talk to me, MSN contact information is in the channel. If you want to ask me on Facebook, go ahead. And I've been Queen Crazy. You've been people watching. This has been In the News, Bulletin 1. See ya!